Russia to build nuclear power plant in Burkina Faso to empower the newly independent country. Burkina Faso's government said Friday that it had signed an agreement with Russia to build a nuclear power plant that will cover the energy needs of the population.
It's officially beginning that Burkina Faso and Mali, they formed a coalition to have a nuclear weapon. Here's what the article is saying. Burkina Faso and Russia signed the final document of their electronuclear program. Burkina Faso has officially signed the final administrative document of historic intergovernmental nuclear deal with Russia, taking a significant step forward in its quest for nuclear energy. And this is 19 of June 2025, 8:5:10 p.m., right? Central African time. And you might be wondering why Africa has never had a nuclear weapon, right? So I'm gonna take you here to ChatGPT so you can literally know why Africa has never had any nuclear weapon. Besides, there was one in South Africa, and um, and also there was one in Congo. So, ChatGPT, why Africa has never had any nuclear weapons? Here's the answer for ChatGPT. Africa has no nuclear weapons primarily due to a strong regional commitment to nuclear disarmament, peace, and non-proliferation, formalized in international and continental agreements. Here's a breakdown of what. Number one, Treaty of Pelindaba, African Nuclear Weapon Free Zone Treaty. So they made Africa to sign the treaty of not having a nuclear weapon, right? And who is allowed to have nuclear weapons? I will tell you just like right now. Still stick to it because this is kind of tricky, right? All right. The moment you have a nuclear weapon, people are afraid of you because you can nuke them. And I will tell you how many damages can a nuclear weapon do to a country or to a city, right? I'll tell you that. Just stay till the end, right? That's the number one. And this treaty was signed in 1996 and came into force in 2009. It prohibits the development of manufacturing, stockpiling, acquisition, testing, or possession of nuclear weapons by any African country. All 54 African Union members have signed it, and most have ratified it. Right? It's also has banned stationing of nuclear weapons on African soil by any foreign power. The treaty is a major reason Africa remains a nuclear weapon-free zone. So number two, South Africa, only African country to have had nuclear weapon during the apartheid regime, because it's all about power and control. Once you have a nuclear weapon, people can be afraid of you, as I told you. And then the apartheid regime of South Africa, which is like dominantly 99% white, they had a nuclear weapon because they want to even to go to Namibia, to Angola, and to conquer. So the mindset was just only like to conquer. And this is why people prefer to have nuclear weapons, because when they want to attack you, you're going to be afraid. You're going to do as they said, right? So in the 1970s and 1980s, South Africa developed nuclear weapons in secret during the apartheid regime. It built 6 nuclear bombs but dismantled them voluntarily in the early 19s. South Africa joined the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty (NPT) as a non-nuclear weapon state in 1991. It's the only country in the world to have voluntarily given up all its nuclear weapons. It was not really voluntarily because it's taking a lot of money to create a nuclear weapon. How much does it cost? It costs at least today $1 billion USD. creates a nuclear weapon. International commitments. Most African nations are parties to the NPT. That means we can't have nuclear weapons, right? 4. Economic and technological factors. Developing a nuclear weapon is extremely costly and technologically demanding. Most African nations prioritize economy development, infrastructure, education, and healthcare over military nuclear programs, right? Many African countries lack industrial base and technical expertise needed to develop such weapons. How much does it cost to develop to build a nuclear weapon? It costs $1 billion. And um I can tell you many African countries have $1 billion. And how long does it take to weaponize a nuclear weapon? It takes about um 2 to 5 years to weaponize a nuclear weapon. That means they were shushing Africans to not have nuclear weapon because they want you to be powerless. All right. In summary, Africa has no nuclear weapons because it's legally bounded the Treaty of Pelindaba, but this is actually a lie. And as you don't know, the biggest uranium that were collected to build a nuclear weapon that was utilized in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the first atomic bomb, right? They don't call it nuclear anymore because atomic bomb and nuclear weapons, they're kind of like different. Atomic is atomic, and nuclear, it's mix of atomic and hydrogen. So it's nuclear is really like almost like 1,000 times more powerful than atomic bomb. But that was like the beginning of developing of nuclear bomb. And those uranium, they were collected in the mining called Shinkolobwe in Congo. What is that? Lubumbashi. The Shinkolobwe. I'll share the Shinkolobwe mining, but people don't talking about this. This is to tell you that Africa has more to offer when it's come to this kind of thing. All right. Shinkolobwe or Kasolo Shinkolobe or Shinkolobwe was a radium and uranium mine in the Haut-Katanga province of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, located 20 kilometers west of Likasi, formerly Jedodville, 20 kilometers south of Kambov, and about 150 kilometers northwest Lubumbashi. The mine produced the most economical uranium ore in the world and was used for the Manhattan Project and subsequent nuclear weapons produced by the United States in the 1940s and 1950s before World War II. Uranium extracted here was originally taken to Belgium to be processed. This supply was captured by the Wormster in 1940 and subsequently used for the unsuccessful German nuclear program. It was unsuccessful for them, but Shinkolobwe produced a lot of uranium and even to bomb the Nagasaki and Hiroshima, right? The mine names was taken from the long gone nearly village of Shinkolobwe. It's also slang for a man who is easygoing on the surface, but who becomes angry when provoked. Geology, right? So all of those, the Oppenheimer, they use that Shinkolobwe mining. I mean Shinkolobwe. Like if we go to the map, it's like somewhere. Let's go. What is Shinkolobwe? It's like somewhere around here. Like, let me just get the map so you can see properly. It's in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And this is to tell you, like, Africa has it all, but the world is like blocking them. And then as many Africans that are really brainwashed, they can't do things. Now Burkina Faso is like a breaking the curse. In Mali, we're gonna have our nuclear weapon. There we go. Shinkolobwe is there. You can see this is Congo. Congo is very big. You will see just from here. I'm keep on zooming out. There we go. I think you get it. From here you can get it. There we go. There's Shinkolobwe. All right, Democratic Republic of Congo. You see Angola. This is Zambia, Malawi, Tanzania, Burundi, and Rwanda. This is Shinkolobwe used to be here, and now you can see South Africa is here down. All right, so now Burkina Faso, they are developing their own, and people like they are not messing up. They are really, really, really not messing up. Yeah, they are not really messing up. This is.
Le Burkina Faso vient de franchir depuis la Russie un autre palier dans le processus de mise en œuvre de son programme électronucléaire à travers la signature ce 19 juin de l'accord gouvernemental qui matérialise l'engagement.
All right, Burkina Faso is materializing the agreements of signing the nuclear weapons with Russia. This is what they say: project, civilian nuclear power plant construction project in Burkina Faso, and intergovernmental agreement signed with Russia for the peaceful exploitation of Libyan energy. And man, you gotta say thank you to Ibrahim Traore. Africa is gonna have its first. I won't say first, but our first active nuclear weapon, and it thanks to Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore. Guys, you let me know in a comment what do you say about Ibrahim Traore working with the Russians. Americans, they hate him so much. The Western, they hate him so much. I mean, they're trying to track him down so many times, but the guys keep on surprising so much. And Africa is going to have its first nuclear weapon, Ibrahim Traore, with Vladimir Putin. Guys, let me know in a comment. Please, if you are new here, hit that button, subscribe, activate the bell notification. Don't skip the ad. That's how you support small creator. Join our membership. Click join there if you want to support the content. And I'll be seeing you in the next video, guys. Ciao. Take care of yourself.